My sincere thanks to President Trump, the government and people of the United States of America for making this mission possible. When we conceptualized this mission, one of the main obstacles to executing the mission was the ability to airlift the troops to Jamaica for this mission. The United States of America stepped forward and offered to provide us the airlift capacity to be able to move the troops.
Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today, I want to talk about a remarkable display of international support and solidarity. A few months ago, Jamaica faced a devastating disaster that left many without access to basic necessities like food and shelter. In response to this crisis, the international community came together to provide aid and support to those affected. One country that stepped forward to offer assistance was Ghana, led by President John Mahama. The Ghanaian government dispatched a team of military personnel to Jamaica to participate in the relief efforts. The Ghanaian military team, comprised of experts in engineering, logistics, and medical care, worked tirelessly to provide critical support. They were part of a larger international effort, but their contribution was significant. The team included members of the Ghana Armed Forces, led by experienced officers who have participated in previous international relief missions. The Ghanaian military's efforts focused on several key areas, including search and rescue operations. They helped locate and rescue people trapped in rubble and debris. Debris clearance, they worked to clear roads and main thoroughfares, enabling aid to reach affected areas. Infrastructure repair. They assisted in repairing critical infrastructure, such as bridges, schools, and healthcare facilities. Medical care. They provided medical assistance to those in need, including emergency care and health screenings. The Ghanaian military's contribution to the relief efforts was significant, and their presence helped to boost the morale of the Jamaican people. The team's efforts, along with those of other international partners, helped to restore basic services and infrastructure in affected areas. The Jamaican government and people greatly appreciated the support provided by the Ghanaian military. The gesture of solidarity and cooperation is a testament to the strong bonds of friendship and cooperation between nations. The Ghanaian military's participation in the relief efforts demonstrates the country's commitment to contributing to global peace and security. Ghana has a long history of participating in international peacekeeping missions, and their efforts in Jamaica are a continuation of this tradition. In conclusion, I want to commend President John Mahama and the people of Ghana for their outstanding contribution to the relief efforts in Jamaica. Your kindness and generosity will not be forgotten. Please subscribe, like, and share this video to show your support for international cooperation and solidarity.
We will get a shot from the back. Then get a Republic of Ghana. We will get a shot from we will get a shot from the back. Then get a Republic of Ghana. So maybe Maybe get a shot from 16 to the back. Then get a Republic of Ghana. So maybe
when I'm waking, there's pressure. When I'm waking, there's pressure. Oh. Traveling.
Ministers of State, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished generals, senior officers, regimental sergeants, majors, men, women, defense, civilian staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and warm welcome to the Jubilee Lounge at the Kotuka International Airport for this morning's program. I'm Captain Nakai Neti, Master of Ceremony for today's event. We are witnessing now is the pre-RSM dressing the rank.
Come again.
The parade is currently under the command of the parade second in command in the person of Major Sylvanos Dugbegan. He will now hand over to the parade commander. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, arriving now are ministers of state. You're welcome, sir. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, arriving now are ministers of state. Shall we please be upstanding for the ministerial salute?
Ministerial salute!
Juncture, it's time for the reviewing officer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to interact with the troops.
The Honorable Chief of Staff at the Presidency, Honorable Julius Debra, the Foreign Minister and Ministers of State, Mr. Rolf Olson, Chargé d'Affaires of the United States Embassy, Honorable Okateche Boache Dankwa, Honorary Consul of Jamaica, CS, Service Chiefs, Generals and Officers and Troops of the Ghana Armed Forces, families of the troops of the Ghana Armed Forces, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen. We're gathered here today for a solemn and proud national duty to see of officers and men of the Ghana Armed Forces who have been selected to represent Ghana on a humanitarian reconstruction mission to Jamaica following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. This deployment reflects Ghana's solidarity with the people of Jamaica and our shared history, values, and bonds within the African Caribbean family. After the destruction of the hurricane, Ghana dispatched humanitarian assistance to the friendly people of Jamaica and Cuba, and also to the displaced people of Sudan. This humanitarian assistance included food aid, locally produced Ghanaian rice, blankets, mattresses, plastic buckets, medicines, and other such accoutrements. Ghana has consistently stood for international solidarity, humanitarian assistance, and global responsibility. Our nation understands the pain of natural disasters and the long road to recovery. Today's mission reinforces Ghana's commitment to humanitarian response, disaster recovery and reconstruction, and South-South cooperation, Pan-African and Afro-Caribbean solidarity. I commend the Ghana Armed Forces for their professionalism, for their discipline, and their readiness to serve not only at home, but anywhere in the world duty calls. This mission is not a combat mission. It is a mission of compassion, skill, and service. After we dispatched the first batch of humanitarian assistance, I made a phone call to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Andrew Holness, to express Ghana's solidarity with the people of Jamaica. He thanked me for the assistance we had dispatched, and in our discussion, he said what they need currently is assistance with rebuilding and providing shelter for the people who have been displaced. And so I offered to send a regiment of our engineering corps to help with the assistance, and also send them some tents to provide temporary shelter. We are dispatching those tents by sea so that we can provide temporary shelter. But in the meantime, our troops are going to help with reconstruction, with building, and also providing support for the people of Jamaica. So you're going to be engaged on this mission in engineering and reconstruction works. You'll be engaged in technical and logistical support services. You'll be engaged in community-focused assistance. Your conduct will reflect the values, discipline, and humanity of the Ghanaian soldier. Your ambassadors of the Republic of Ghana, your actions will shape how Ghana is perceived abroad. We expect you to uphold professional excellence, respect for local authorities and communities you work in, to exercise discipline, integrity, and teamwork, and protect one another and return home safely. Ghana has already carved out a good reputation for service abroad, and I know that those of you who are dispatching today will hold the flag of Ghana high, and you will not let us down. Through you, Ghana is going to convey a clear message to the people and government of Jamaica that they are not alone and that Ghana stands in solidarity with them. Ghana stands with them in this moment of rebuilding and recovery. This mission symbolizes a bridge of solidarity across the Atlantic and grounded in shared history and mutual respect. As I close, I'm confident that you will execute this mission with honor and distinction, and that you will serve with pride, humility, and dedication. And may your efforts bring hope and renewed strength to the people of Jamaica. But before I resume my seat, let me express my sincere thanks to President Trump, the government and people of the United States of America for making this mission possible. When we conceptualized this mission, one of the main obstacles to executing the mission was the ability to airlift the troops to Jamaica for this mission. The United States of America stepped forward and offered to provide us the airlift capacity to be able to move the troops. And so today we have this C-17 aircraft that is going to lift the troops from Accra to Kingston with their supplies to provide the support and succor for the people of Jamaica. And so I wish to thank again our friendly brothers and sisters of the United States of America. And so finally, I wish you a very successful mission and a safe return. May God bless the Ghana Armed Forces. May God bless Ghana, Jamaica.
Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, Deputy Minister of Defense, Honorable Ernest Roja Genfi, Lieutenant General William Ajipong, Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs of the Ghana Armed Forces, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Ghana Armed Forces, especially the Engineering Regiment, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great privilege to be here today as we gather as partners, the United States and Ghana, working hand in hand to respond to Jamaica's request for humanitarian assistance. As the Foreign Minister noted, in the wake of Hurricane Melissa's devastating impact on Jamaica, the government of Ghana stepped forward with a generous offer of assistance for their fellow Commonwealth member across the Atlantic, demonstrating not only compassion but leadership. Reflecting the very close U.S.-Ghana bilateral relationship, Ghana asked, and the United States answered, the request for airlift support to transport an engineering regiment to Jamaica for relief operations. The United States is honored to support Ghana's mission and Jamaica's recovery by providing strategic C-17 airlift support for the 14th Engineering Brigade of Ghana's Army, led by Colonel Emmanuel Asia. Later today, this U.S. Air Force C-17 will transport 54 Ghanaian military service members and 9 pallets of essential equipment, over 65,000 pounds of personnel and cargo, to Jamaica. The United States and Ghana have long worked together to advance peace, security, and prosperity across Africa and beyond. Today's operation reflects the best of our collaboration: rapid response, technical expertise, and a willingness to help those in need. U.S.-Ghana security cooperation includes training activities, joint military exercises, and close collaboration on shared security priorities. Following Hurricane Melissa, the United States has provided nearly $37 million. The United States has provided nearly $37 million to date in emergency life-saving assistance and on-the-ground support throughout the region, the majority to Jamaica, but also to Haiti, Cuba, and the Bahamas. U.S. assistance in Jamaica has helped clear debris, restore access to hard-to-reach areas, and provide shelter, emergency health care, child protection, water, sanitation, hygiene, and food assistance. The United States remains steadfast in its commitment to helping our neighbors recover from this disaster and will continue to explore additional ways to provide meaningful assistance during this critical time. Additional ways just like this one today. I want to recognize the professionalism and dedication of Colonel Asia and his team, and all the American service members we have here with the mission who are involved, including its mission commander, Captain Alex Brown, and the rest of the C-17 crew. And I wish to reciprocate the appreciation for the wonderful collaboration with the Foreign Minister and the GAF, CDS and his team, all of the work that went into this, which was substantial. And we're very proud that we could be a part of this mission today. As the C-17 prepares for its departure later on, let us reflect on the power of partnership and the strength of the U.S.-Ghana relationship. We wish the Ghanaian detachment
John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. The Honorable Joyce Bawa Muktari, Senior Presidential Advisor and Special Aide, the Honorable Ernest Broja Jemfi, Deputy Minister for Defense, Lieutenant General William Ejepong, Chief of Defense Staff, the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Her Excellency Mrs. Iman Wadil, Excellency Rolf Olson, Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of the United States of America, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, our revered chaplain and Imam of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Chief of Staff of the President of the Republic, senior military officials, senior government officials, members of the media, gallant troops of the Ghana Armed Forces. It is my distinct honor to welcome you to this send-off parade. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama believes that our foreign policy should be defined by not how much we can take from others, but by how much we share with others. This is the fifth humanitarian gesture in the short period of his second reincarnation as President of the Republic of Ghana. You will recall that during the humanitarian crisis in Palestine, His Excellency the President dispatched humanitarian aid, largely made in Ghana, cocoa and chocolates, to the suffering people of Palestine. When Hurricane Melissa struck, President John Dramani Mahama, once again embodying the Ghanaian spirit of compassion, of solidarity, and care for one another, dispatched humanitarian support to the countries of Cuba and Jamaica. And then, when conflict struck in Sudan and there were mass displacements, The United Nations described what is going on in Sudan as the worst humanitarian crisis, which has seen over 12 million people displaced. Once again, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sent much needed relief items and humanitarian support to the people of Sudan. Today, His Excellency the President has convened us to send our troops and engineers to Jamaica to help with the reconstruction after Hurricane Melissa. We all do know that Hurricane Melissa has wreaked a lot of havoc. Over 40 Jamaicans have died. Analysts say that the destruction is in excess of 8.8 billion United States dollars. And our friendly nation of Jamaica is on its knees. His Excellency, the President, in addition to the humanitarian support sent, has decided that today we need to deploy our troops following a request formally made by the Prime Minister of Jamaica. His Excellency, the President, is really pleased that the Ghana Armed Forces is responding to this call. And we all as a nation are grateful to our gallant men and women in uniform for always making Ghana proud in various theaters across the world. As a top 5 UN troop contributing country, our armed forces have held high the flag of Ghana and have brought renown, have brought honor, and have brought pride to us anywhere they have been deployed. We have no doubt that on this special mission by His Excellency the President, they will once again hold high the flag of Ghana and make us proud. I'll be remiss if I do not offer special appreciation to the government and people of the United States of America who responded to His Excellency the President's call to help with an air platform to lift our troops. I want to thank my good friend, His Excellency Rolf Olsen, who has worked tirelessly with me day and night to make this possible. He is deserving of a round of applause. And Mr. President, His Excellency Rolf Olsen may have to receive citizenship from you after his service here in Ghana, because he's always there when we call on him. He really, really loves Ghana, and we are thankful to him and the team at the U.S. Embassy here. Thankful to President Trump for being a good brother to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And if you doubted the good brotherliness between President Trump and President Mahama, you may have seen last night that in the latest round of U.S. restrictions, which hit very closely because almost all our neighbors are now affected, President Trump once again exempted his brother's country. The Republic of Ghana was fully exempted, and we are grateful to President Mahama for leading our foreign policy, which clearly is a mark of dexterity, of experience, of skill, of expertise, and unwavering commitment to our age-old foreign policy of being friends of all and enemies to none. President Mahama has epitomized that as President of the Republic, and we are so proud that he leads our foreign policy and he makes us so endearing to all nations of the world. I want to also thank my brother, the Honorable Broja Jemfi, who has also worked with us day and night. I want to thank CDS and Ghana Armed Forces, who has also been very committed and very passionate about this call by His Excellency the President, and he did not spare any effort to make sure that this materialized today. So we thank you, CDS, and your team for all the support. Finally, we thank the diplomatic corps, particularly our friends from Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean fraternity, our extended family. We thank you very much for the continuous support and for coming out today to support His Excellency the President. We thank you very much. May the good Lord continue to bless Ghana, bless our President, and bless the amazing foreign policy, compassion, of solidarity, of brotherhood that His Excellency the President leads. I thank you all very much.